My name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahoo and the Torah channel, and we are your family, and you guys are our family, and we appreciate you guys, and we thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with us. We are reading through the writings of Abraham, and I am so sorry about that. That is a dog, obviously. And that is Jerry the dog, obviously, as he's sitting right here. And I guess if he's not being touched completely, he will let us know. And we have 9 pit bulls, and they are somewhat distracting sometimes. So our apologies on this at all times. For any kind of weird distractions, tails hitting the tables, sneezings, all these crazy things that dogs do all the time. Well, that's times 9 in this house. So we are heading into the writings of Abraham. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today? Everyone good?
Good.
Good.
That's good. Everyone, nothing. I get nothing more out of this. I hope that someday when I ask you how you guys are doing, you'll break down and you just start like
terrible.
Nah, that's not. I don't want terrible. I want some good stories. This is our family time. Not only our family time. This is our family time with other families out there. Yeah, we're just a little family hanging out in the middle of a jungle in South America. We're right on the borders of South America and Central America, and we live isolated out in the middle of nowhere. And we have lots of snakes all around us, and for the most part, we are farmers. I guess you call us farmers. At the present, we're biblical farmers because we're putting together the Scriptures of Yah. And before we get into that, let me tell you guys a little bit about the Scriptures of Yah right here. This is, again, a pre-order that we are trying to get as many people possible that want to pre-order this. You will never find a Scriptures at this price with as many books as you have of restored names. There has been a tremendous amount of love. There has been a tremendous amount of time. Our entire family has basically taken off over a full year at this point to bring the Scriptures to light. Inside of these Scriptures, you will find everything that has the name of our Creator and the name of His Son. It's all restored. And there are 1.4 million, there are about 1.4 million words in these Scriptures. And this is a large print version. And why I'm so excited about large print versions is because I'm so old. I'm older than dirt at this point, and I can barely see any of these Scriptures that we have. We have all of these older Hallelujah Scriptures that have like really small print all around us, and I can't see any of this stuff. And so the very first book that we put out on this is large print, so that all of us with vision defects or vision issues or things of that nature, that we can still read our Scriptures. And so this is for all of us. So shout out to all the older folks with vision problems. Much love. And so Miss Nicole said the font is 14.5, which is bigger than the Hallelujah Scriptures one that they sell for over $400, guys. This is crazy. Complete grifters. Okay, so this is the book we're reading today, the writings of Abraham, and it is in the Apocrypha. And again, these Apocrypha, you will not find this list of books anywhere in one spot ever until you get Yah Scriptures. And so if you cannot afford Yah Scriptures, we have a PDF that has always been available to everybody, absolutely free of charge. The exact same thing that you can get in these books are the PDFs are below in the description, absolutely free. Miss Nicole is about to put out revision 3 of the Apocrypha today. And so revision 3 has a tremendous amount of changes. And so we are finalizing a lot of our books before they go to print in 2 weeks. So the Apocrypha will have a brand new PDF out there. So once that's out, I will talk to you guys and show you guys where you guys can get the brand new one, which is the one you want because it does have a tremendous amount of changes to it. All right, gentlemen, we are in chapter 27 of the writings of Abraham. Quick recap for anyone out there. Eli, are you awake today?
Yes. Quick recap is that we are having, we went through the story of Enoch. We went through the story of like basically how Noah's entire generations came to be, how Ham came to be, how Nimrod came to be, how Shem became the priest, and how Noah was also one of the people that raised Abraham. One of the people that raised one of the forefathers of our generations was Abraham, and that Noah raised him.
Yeah, you absolutely get. You never ever hear that anywhere out there. That literally the father of Father Abraham, which is crazy. Father of Father Abraham was not necessarily Cherokee. It was, but physical form, but it was not. Who raised him, and he was raised, Father Abraham was raised by the holiest of holies, the people that came and did it, and by their obedience, they were accepted by Yah. All right, gentlemen, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, it starts off where he says, with this baraka resting on me, I gathered together my family. What baraka are we talking about right here?
It was a blessing from the last chapter, I believe. Isn't it from Yahuwah that gets blessed?
Yeah, and his father Shem Barak me saying, Barak art thou. Okay, so that was Shem, that was Baraking, which, and for those who do not know, Baraka means blessing. Eli, what is the breakdown of Barak? Give us this.
Like the translation,
Barak
like
is
the different ones.
Yes.
So Barak, the one's like AK is blessed or blessed, like you are blessed, or like someone blessed, like I bless you. That one's like Barak. Baruch is like you are blessed. Is the UK one Baruch.
Past tense. It's like
yeah,
blessed.
like you are blessed. But like there's also blessed can also mean AK. The blessed is in two different ones.
Okay. What about here, right here, with this baraka resting on me, with
That's
his
blessing.
blessings, right?
That's blessing.
Right. Blessing.
Blessing.
Okay. So here we go. Starting up. With this baraka resting upon me, I gathered together my family, for I had taken 7 wives in the city of Shalom, who had borne me 50 daughters. All right. Anyone want to do the math on that? How many kids per wife are we talking about there? If each wife had
It's about 7 point, like
there you
one
go.
apiece.
Jade
I
still got
I
it.
said it first.
Did you?
I
I think Jade said
You're
it
like
first.
stuttering over
I was
it. You
trying.
said
I was trying to say it. It's like
He
spoke
who
with
has the calculations wins,
I already
friend.
said 7 before.
No, Jade has it. It's a little over 7, so probably one wife maybe had 5, maybe a lot of them had that. So we're talking how many years? 50 years here, right? And so that Abraham was here. What was our math on this?
It may not be 50
you said
years.
50
It was
wives.
39.
39 years. So
years.
inside of 39 years, what do we make of this guy? Seven wives, and he had no sons, which makes a tremendous amount of sense. I mean, Yah was obviously like hanging out and making sure the kid, like a boy, wasn't born at that point because there was something else. That's a lot of wives and a lot of daughters.
Yeah.
That's a tremendous amount of
really-
estrogen.
And
He's
never
really
talks
taking
about
the,
them.
really taking the command, bear fruit, and multiply.
He did bear fruit and multiply, and that is going to be an estrogen-ridden house, no doubt. So let's continue on.
Yeah, but it never talks about them anywhere.
Anywhere else.
And
He never-
maybe he left them in the city of Shalom. Maybe they were safer there from Nimrod and his kingdom.
Yeah, it is very.
It tells you where they go.
Oh, okay.
It takes them all.
Well, yeah, he's taking them all here with him right here. Yeah, so I guess you didn't. Did you not read this?
I've never heard of him. No.
Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, they're about. Funny you should mention this because they're just about to pack up and take off. Okay, and although I had no sons of my own flesh, yet I had adopted 12 sons of those who were faithful to the order of the ancients, and foremost among these were Eleazar of Damascus, who had come to the city of Shalom, seeking after the baraka of the fathers, and who remained as my son.
Do we get anything where he's like the son of Nimrod?
Eleazar?
Yeah.
Nothing
Where he,
here.
like, something like a
Now,
son
what
of
other
Nimrod?
book was that? This
Targum.
Targums. Yeah, that was in the Targums, and I think that was like serious leaven. I don't think Eleazar. I don't know. Maybe though. I don't know. We don't know. That was some stuff. I
But I don't think he'd have Eleazar at this point, right? I don't think he'd be hanging around with Abraham yet.
Eleazar. Where did they find Eleazar at? Anyone? Eli?
City of Holy of Holies.
Yeah, because
It
in
talks about him more in that.
Yeah, I think we might be like, let's just read and let the scriptures tell us what it is. Okay, it's 3. Him I appointed as steward over all I possessed for this journey, for he stood as my heir, for I loved him as my son and brother. For Father Shem said unto me, Eleazar is good and righteous man, and he shall be greatly Baruch in time and in eternity. But he shall not be thine heir, for another shall be thine heir, whom shall come forth from the womb of thy wife, whom thou shalt take in the house of thy father. For she is ordained to be thy queen of queens, and the mother of thine heir. Wherefore, as I have said, I gathered together my wives, and my daughters, and my adopted sons, and their wives, and children, and I said unto them, Hear my words, beloved, and hearken unto my speech. For I have been sent with a mission unto the house of my father in the land of Shinar, to gather out the pure in heart, who are seeking after the true Elohim. Gather together all your goods, and make your tents in which to dwell, and saddle your donkeys to travel upon, for the Most High Elohim hath declared that we shall be wanderers upon the earth from this time forth, until our seed shall come in to inherit this land by the power of Elohim and the sword of his might. Now, he says this without tears in his eyes, because we just got through Sukkot, and if we were told that we were to dwell in tents the rest of our lives, we would probably be a little bit bummed out. Would anybody be celebrating this and go, yeah, we're going to head into tents for the rest of our lives and be wanderers on the end of the earth?
I don't think so. He probably was, because he probably lived in tents a lot. It's probably just a normal thing.
We
But-
would get more prepared.
We get more prepared. We'd be slaughtering the cows and making real tents out of it.
Maybe.
Forget the cows at this point. Forget the love. We're going to take the shelter. So, yeah, that's the thing is, it's a crazy thing to be a wanderer upon the earth from this time forth. So, Father Abraham was the man. Okay, 28. Then commenced they their preparations, and on the appointed day, all was in readiness for our departure. And when Father Shem came forth to barack us, Father Noach came also with him. Now Father Noach dwelt in the Hayekel, in the heart of the city of Shalom, and seldom came out of the Kodesh place, for I had never seen him without its sacred precincts. What is the Hayekel, fellas?
It's the temple.
Temple. So now we get a little bit more of where Father Noach hangs out, and he wasn't hanging out at anywhere bad. He was hanging out at the temple, man. This dude is
Yeah, but I guess he go on a journey with him, and he's like, never seen him without his holy garments and stuff.
Yeah, it never came out. Never seen him without his sacred precincts. Okay, precincts. Yeah, I don't know what that actually is.
I think it's the holy garments. I think it's like him and his probably on holy, like the holy clothes that you get when you're a priest.
4. I don't know. Good thought. But he came forth at this time and lifted up his hands and barack us in the name of the Most High Elohim, and we departed from his house. We journeyed slowly for the sake of the women and children, and we journeyed not upon the Shabbat day, nor upon any of the Kodesh days, for we thought it better to worship Yahuwah our Elohim according to the pattern of the Shamim, than to proceed rapidly upon this way. And we did know that Yahuwah prospered us in our journey, and protected us from the power of all our enemies, because we did faithfully serve him, and worship before his throne according to divine pattern. Now here's something that is, a little piece of this. Father Abraham kept the laws, statutes, and commandments. You will end up in a world and a society, and unfortunately, Jade and I had a little bit of that experience yesterday, of the Christian people. And the Christians don't care about the law, statutes, and commandments of our Creator. And you will have people that are like, well, the laws of God were only for the people of Moses' day. It has nothing to do with the people of today. Can you please pet the dog, Kate? It doesn't have anything to do with the people of today. It has to do with the people of old. Well, Father Abraham, Moses was still 500 years away, maybe even more than that. I don't know how long it was before Moses was ever around. He was a long time before he was ever around, right? So there were laws, there were statutes, there were commandments, there were sacrifices, there were people who were willing to walk with our Creator prior to the days of Moses. And so these are the same things that we need to do today. Now, touching on this sad state of affairs that Jade and I had to deal with yesterday, we went and we helped out this little old couple. They're like, 89 was the one guy,
Yeah.
and the other gal was like 87. Hardcore Christians, right? Probably some of the last times ever that they will ever have any chance at all to ever hear the truth. And, I failed. I completely failed. It ended up in almost an argument with the little old people, and I just dropped it because I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting them really wound up or something. This isn't good. It wasn't supposed to be this." And then I get them in a little tizzy fit over this. But essentially, what was the bottom line with the conversation, Jade? How did that go down?
You telling them that if they want to obey the law and stuff, then they said like the Lord came and died for us and to fulfill the Old Testament so that we don't have to follow the law of Moses.
Yeah, they were adamant that the Old Testament is not, it doesn't matter. And then I asked them, I said, well, don't you love your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and all your soul? Oh, yes, absolutely. But we do not have to keep these commandments. And so it is very, very, very frustrating. So let's continue back into our story here. Okay, where are we at? 2.
Yeah.
But at length, we did arrive in the land of Shinar, at the city of Ur. Now, the size of the city was immense. Its buildings were grand and beautiful, with gardens up on the rooftops and rivers of water running down from level to level. Now, this place sounds like a little paradise. Sounds like a little Mecca, right? Place that had beautiful gardens on top of the roofs. Can you imagine that? Hauling all sorts of stuff up there, having gardens on your roof, having rivers of waters running down from level to level. It sounds like a nice little paradise. Now, let's see what else is about it. The streets were wide and smooth, and the inhabitants wealthy, dwelling in luxury. All right, should we move in?
Wide streets are always good.
Yeah, well, it sounds like a city of today. Merchant caravans continually entered and left her gates, and the great of all nations came here to pay homage to the mighty sovereign Nimrod. Nevertheless, the wealth of this great city was built upon sin, for the people served many mighty ones and offered upon their altars men, women, and children. after the same manner as the Mitzrites. All right, so
See why they got judged.
it gets a little creepy, right? So, well, it has nice big streets. Oh, it's got gardens on the roofs. Oh, there got guys on the altar getting killed. Whoa. What are we
Yeah,
talking about here?
you can see why these people get punished. You know, like Midstream gets punished in like 500 years.
Yeah. 8. And they had numerous slaves who were kept down in bondage and poverty and were driven like dumb beasts to provide the luxury in which their masters dwelt. Okay, that sounds grim. Behold, the inhabitants of the city did delight in whoredom and adultery and murder and all manner of evil, whereby they might get gain. Wow. You know, it kind of sounds like any city in the world today. It's the same thing, right? You don't go into any city anywhere in the world. There's no cities of shalom, right? There's no city of peace anymore. It's just that everybody is doing their own stuff. 10. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against them. Nevertheless, he did let them go on that they might be fully ripened in iniquity before the fullness of his wrath should fall upon them. All of these things did Yahuwah Elohim show unto me in a dream on the night before we entered into the city of Ur. And he said unto me, Abram, the city is vile and corrupt, but in it are a few souls, are some few souls who have not bowed the knee to their mighty ones, and it is because of their prayers that I have brought you here, that they might be taught to worship the true Elohim, after the order of the Shamaim, and be led out from wickedness and bondage. Wherefore, go into thy father's house, for thy mother hath sorrowed for these many years, and I have softened the heart of thy father toward these, that he shall make thee welcome, and will protect these against the anger of the sovereign, such as thou shalt be able to accomplish thy mission. Behold, Abram, I am Yahuwah, Elohim of thy fathers, Shem and Noach, and of all the righteous fathers back to Adam. Wherefore I will remain with thee, and confirm upon thee all the barakah of the fathers, and thou shalt stand at the head of a multitude. Amen. In the morning, before entering the city, I gathered my family together, consisting of my 7 wives, my 50 daughters, my 12 adopted sons, and 350 men servants whom Shem had sent with their families, being in all 6,370 souls.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Yeah, it's a caravan, huge caravan. And I said unto them, Behold, this great city is steeped in wickedness and sin, for the secret combinations which was from the beginning doth hold her sway. Wherefore ye shall remain here under the direction of Eleazar, while I go unto the city, unto my father's house. For Yahuwah, Elohim of Shem and of Noach, hath promised me that he will protect me against the anger of the sovereign, such as that I will be able to accomplish my mission. I led my family in prayer before Yahuwah, kissed them all, and departing from them, entered into the city. All right, so we will leave it at that. The cliffhanger of Father Abraham heading into the city, right? Yah said he's going to protect him. He's on there. He's on a mission. And this is one of these guys. I'm on a mission from God. He literally is on a mission from Yahuwah. Okay. Anyone have any other stuff? Any kind of random happenstance? Any kind of quotes? Thoughts? Anything?
I think so. Just he kept his family protected by keeping them out of the city.
Yeah.
He was gonna grab the good people and bring them out before it got destroyed. Kind of like Sodom, how Lot was saved. He was like to let them do their evil, and then grabbed the righteous ones out of there.
Yeah.
And then destroyed them all. So.
All right. Well, that is that, everybody. We love you guys very, very much. We hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I guess we're out. Shalom.
All right. Shalom.